He's hunting down storms. He's Panama City's resident storm chaser. Joseph Mandeville takes some of the most stunning pictures you may ever see.
The local guy, a local historian, really, our local storm chaser, Joseph Mandeville.
When most of us are inside, he's outside. It's an absolute passion.
While we're trying to sleep, our friend Joseph Mandeville says he likes to go into the storm. And
lightning situations plus the flooding rain and video that we got today from our friend of the program, Joseph Mandeville, of water spouts. This taken near Panama City Beach, very close to where Front Beach and Middle Beach Road come together. Look at that dramatic video over the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico around lunchtime today. That is what things look like around lunch. There were many reports, and you can go to our Facebook and our web pages to find out more and see more of these fantastic images sent to us by viewers. And again, thank you very much. Stay safe if you're taking pictures like this, obviously, but thanks to Joseph Mandeville once again. All right, let's take a look.
And then when lightning comes, it can come at a moment's notice here in Florida. Now, in addition to staying safe, there's a beauty of Mother Nature when it comes to lightning, and that's what Joseph Mandeville captures here. And he joins me live here at St. Andrews Marina, one of the places that he tends to get a lot of good shots. Isn't that right, Joseph?
And the St. Andrews Marina is a great place to take pictures of lightning. I take a lot of the shots that I see right about here and kind of over here behind us, right over the boats. That's one thing about lightning. It's never a good area to take pictures of lightning because you can never know when you can get struck. It's always dangerous.
Being near the water, too, in an open area can be very dangerous as well. But, again, there's just something miraculous, like with your shots that we're seeing here. You get 4 or 5 bolts, and multiple coming down at once.
That's one thing about lightning. You'll see a quick flash and think that you just saw a lightning bolt. But when you break it down in the pictures, there could be 4 to even 6 bolts in that one flash. 5 of them which you didn't see, and only 1 of them that you did.
All right, thank you so much, Joseph. Joseph Mandeville, one of our local photographers and storm chasers who sends us lots of great photos. But remember, it is important to be safe. The National Weather Service has a little jingle called "When Thunder Roars, Head Indoors." It's the best piece of advice that we have when summertime comes around and we see a lot of our thunderstorms here.
80-degree temperatures, very nice sort of spring prelude, but some spring storms this morning gonna bring some changes our way. It starts really right on through the weekend. It started this morning. Speaking of which, here's a wonderful picture of a lightning strike, Panama City Beach. This is from our weather spotter, weather observer, weather photographer Joseph Mandeville. What a spectacular shot of a lightning bolt hitting right on the ground. And there were power outages all over North Florida, not only due to lightning, but...
The Viper 7 Weather Center. Here is meteorologist Tyler Allender.
Hey, well, on this Sunday, a sharp comparison from yesterday. Big lightning boomers already early this morning. Thanks to Joseph for snapping this beautiful shot as the sun began to come up.
The weekend is here, and it's again going to be kind of a 50-50 weekend, much like today was kind of 50-50, where we saw some big showers and thunderstorms to greet you this morning when you're getting ready for work and school. There's lots of lightning on Panama City Beach and all around the Panhandle. Thankfully, no reports of major damage here across our...
Here is meteorologist Adam Klutz.
An awesome storm this morning. Really, I loved sleeping in the rain. This one allowed you to do so. Even woke you up a few times with some lightning and some loud cracks of thunder. This picture sent in from Joseph Mandeville. A great photo here.
13 First Alert Forecast.
Well, hello again, everybody. It was a rough morning out there. Several storms rolled through. I'm sure you woke up to the loud storms and even some lightning as well. Great shot here from Joseph Mandeville looking out over the bay. Beautiful shot there. Great lightning.
Hey, I'm Adam Klutz in the Viper 7 Weather Center. Behind me, a beautiful picture. We wrapped up this weekend, a couple palm trees, sun setting behind me. Joseph Mandeville sent this one in. It was a fantastic Sunday.
The humidity really in the air. It's felt just downright oppressive here over the past couple of days, so maybe a good thunder boomer will help cool you off. Take a look at this from SandyScenes.com. Joseph Mandeville capturing a nice little positive strike. Coming right out of the anvil, almost all the way down towards the ground.
The beach as well, and then also overlooking the bay near the Hathaway Bridge, it looks like, thanks to Joseph Mandeville for that.
Still mostly clear as we wrap up this weekend. Great shot here of a waxing moon, only 3%. You can see at the very top of your screen That's the moon. Beautiful shot here from Joseph Mandeville. And the marina, there's some boats, obviously the sun.
Marie, she's sending in that one, and Joseph capturing that thunderstorm a little bit later on. Look at that nice little light show there. That was all the way up near Alabama, that thunderstorm. He was down here at the beach. Meanwhile, the showers and thunderstorms coming to an end. What a fantastic sunset this evening. This one on Panama City Beach, and another one looking over the Hathaway Bridge, looking from the east back off toward the west there. Another beautiful sight. Notice the clear skies across the Panhandle.
I think it was more the thunderstorms that rolled through. Check out this electrical storm that we had. This was from Joseph and SandyScenes.com over the Hathaway Bridge. Not one, not two, but 3 lightning bolts. It certainly was a loud night with, of course, some damaging wind gusts, too.
Welcome back to News 13 this weekend. Well, today, really this whole weekend, it was great weather to get out and swim with the dolphins. This is a nice shot from Joseph Mandeville. He was out offshore. Gorgeous shot here. Looking, hopefully he can run into that shark that was out there. But beautiful shot here. Great. Thank you, Joseph, for sending this picture. It's going to get warmer throughout this week. You're really going to want to get out and cool down in that water. First, let's
look at this incredible shot from the St. Andrews Marina around midnight. Lit up like it was daylight. Also, Joseph Mandeville. Beautiful shot over Kent Forest Lawn. Now, in
fact, speaking of last night's storms, friend of the program, Joseph Mandeville, who takes some spectacular lightning images, has one of the best from last night's thunderstorm that was right off the pass and toward Mexico Beach. Now, this is an exposure that just really captures the lightning that we've seen the last month or so with these coastal storms, with the jagged fork lightning and a main bolt right down to the water surface. So really, really cool stuff. Spectacular picture.
Residents spotting water spouts this afternoon as storms rolled through the South Walton County area. Windy conditions stirred up several funnel clouds over the Blue Mountain Beach area before heading inland. Storm chasers and weather spotter Joseph Mandeville says the spouts were a good distance from shore. Mandeville says the spouts were barely visible at first until they actually gained a little bit of strength and moved closer to shore.
You can see the whole bottom of the storm was rotating severely. One spout came down to the ground, another spout came down to the side, and a third one was starting to form. But as the spouts were coming ashore, you could see the water was kicking up. But as it was coming ashore, it was a funnel cloud that came ashore. So I couldn't be positive that it actually turned into a tornado, but they were on the water at the time.
Good news here, no reports of any damages from those spouts in the South Walton County area.
Encourage you to put yourself in harm's way. But I am certainly appreciative of the folks who go out and get some fantastic pictures and video. This from Joseph Mandeville of the squall line. Winds bringing in some low-level clouds, tremendous amounts of moisture. Now, as the squall line arrived, you'll notice the clouds lowering, thickening, and getting much more ominous. Watch this now. This is a time lapse, and watch the squall line come by. Really remarkable cloud cover. Look at this. Right as it moved over the west end of the beach, look at that. Very dramatic. It almost looks like it's about to hit you. Then on the back side of it, this is out more towards St. Andrews State Park. Really low, ominous clouds of the squall line that came through earlier today. Again, Joseph Mandeville, thank you for your efforts. Great looking stuff there. Here's a look now what's happening with that
13 First Alert forecast.
We had lots of great pictures today. We have a couple here from Joseph Mandeville, who was out chasing the storms down in Mexico Beach. Notice the line here on the picture. So that's the line of storms that really kicked off the heavy rainforest. Sort of looked like a mothership coming overhead. That was the start of the heavy rain and even some severe weather across northern counties, some damaging wind with that. But none of that heavy wind really came through Panama City. It weakened quite a bit, but the heavy rain was still out there for us. Another picture here. Again, you can see that line here on the right-hand portions of your screen. Came right over top of it. It's always
Hey, big shout out to Joseph Mandeville this evening for a spectacular sunset shot of the Hathaway Bridge over St. Andrews Bay. Look at the wonderful colors, the light in the sky, the lights on the water. What a fantastic shot. Really appreciate the look. And we get tremendous pictures.
From the Viper 7 Weather Center, here is certified meteorologist Chris Smith.
Well, we saw more rainfall today as we started off the month of August, ending where July left off. This is one of our viewers, Joseph Mandeville. This is on Thomas Drive this morning as the rain was coming down fast and furious. Rainfall estimates were anywhere from 3 to as much as 7 inches of rainfall from a stretch going from Callaway across through Panama City and back over into Panama City Beach. Obviously, the roadway there you can see underwater.
Tyler Eliason of the 13 First Alert Storm Center, your hurricane authority.
We welcome you back to News 13 this weekend. Well, it was an active day today. It's pretty quiet out there right now, looking out across Panama City. Pretty tranquil looking out there. It definitely was not that way earlier. I want to show you some pictures. These were sent in from Joseph Mandeville. This is a microburst. You heard Corey mention it earlier. What it is you get a very strong updraft in a thunderstorm oftentimes, and when it supports a lot of hail and rain up high aloft in that storm, eventually it has to collapse, and we get some evaporational cooling, and you get this throwing of the core, the throwing of the hail core down to the surface very, very quickly, and that picks up wind speeds. When it hits the surface, it spreads out extremely quickly here. We've got another picture you can see. When it hits the surface, those winds spread out and get a little bit of turning right along the edge of that, and it can cause some very damaging straight line winds. It's not often picked up on radar. It's very, very subtle. So this storm was not severe warned by the National Weather Service, but it definitely caused some damage out there. This was at Maple and 16th Avenue, another shot here by Joseph Mandeville. The storm's laying down some trees on a house there. I want to show you some pictures here. This is the microburst that we were talking about, and this is a series of it's wind being thrown down towards the surface. There's a very strong updraft in some of these storms, and in some cases it can hold hail and a lot of rain really high aloft in the storms. As that sort of updraft weakens, all this sort of rain-cooled air will get thrown right down towards the surface, and as it does so, it will spread out. You see that here with the air I've drawn on this. You see that little sort of rain foot coming out from underneath that storm. That can produce some very strong winds on the leading edge of that as that spreads out from that storm. In some cases, it can be close to 100-mile-an-hour winds, and that's what you saw there, producing some tree damage and some power line damage across Panama City. Now, things quieted down for us over the evening, but then got pretty active again as we saw some storms roll through over the last couple hours. Look at this shot, also from Joseph Mandeville. The storms producing some tremendous lightning bolts here, just arcing down, spreading out in all directions. Just an incredible shot there, showing the power that some of this lightning can really have. It's dangerous out there. Do be careful.
Joseph Mandeville capturing some good ones too. Boy, three streamers coming out of that one. Just unbelievable shots of these lightning storms. I know I heard them from my balcony yesterday as the light show was.
Afternoon there for Corey, doing a little bit of fishing this afternoon, and then meanwhile, Joseph Mandeville over into Panama City, looking back over towards the Marina Civic Center. There's one of those bolts of lightning that came from some of the.
Hey, before we get into the forecast, check out this fantastic picture sent to us by a friend of the program, Joseph Mandeville, from the Panama City Marina. This is how you break the heat. You build up some of these big-time thunderstorms, and check out this bolt of lightning coming down through the cloud. Spectacular image there. I will probably repeat that scene tomorrow.
Got another shot of an F-22 little vapor cone here as the jet approaches supersonic speeds. Said it was amazing out there, just seeing all the acrobatic activity from some of those jets. Thankfully, we were able to get in a lot of the activity later on in the afternoon once we got those showers out of the way.
All right, hey, good evening, everyone. We had some little action weather-wise around here today in Panama City, overlooking the bay. Thanks to Joseph for snapping these pictures. You can see a close-up of the funnel cloud, a little further shot out as it was lifting back up and tightening up over the bay. Quite a shot earlier today. And of course, if you can ever send pictures to me safe.
Halfway Bridge this evening, lighting up the night sky there. Joseph Mandeville, thanks for sending in that picture. Things much quieter.
Cloud-to-cloud lightning strikes that Brandon captured, and also Joseph Mandeville. Beautiful shot. Similar to what Joseph Mandeville caught yesterday, or earlier this morning, rather. Take a look at that. Christmas lights, cool. And then up in the back, up at the top of your screen, a nice bolt of lightning. A pretty good shot there. Christmas lights, that's the...
Through some lightning as well. Check out this shot from Joseph Mandeville. This is an outflow boundary. It's a shelf cloud. It's the leading edge of rain-cooled air. You get the bubbling up of some clouds along the leading edge of that. Very cool picture here. Several folks always describe these as sort of like the mothership coming into town. It looks pretty cool, actually. It's a very great shot there from Joseph Mandeville in Panama City.
I've seen otherwise. And look at this amazing lightning picture from early this morning, thanks to Joseph Mandeville over the St. Andrews Marina. And this is why a lot of us were left in the dark today, and even here at the station we had some trouble very early this morning.
That's this evening across Northwest Florida. And how about this shot right here? Joseph in Panama City, set up there at the Hathaway Bridge. You got the lightning strike as well as the sunset and the distant thunderstorm. Just for the win, Joseph, tonight. A job well done.
Just Christmas.
A beautiful day today, in and out of the clouds. We even saw some pretty spectacular clouds today. Joseph Mandeville capturing these Kelvin Helmholtz clouds earlier this afternoon, just before 3 o'clock. You can see the wavy appearance to the clouds. I post information on social media about if you want to learn a little bit more about those clouds. Relatively rare. We don't see them too often.
Overnight, areas of Panama City like Beach Drive, St. Andrews, and Carl Gray Park were dumped with water. Veteran storm tracker Joseph Mandeville went to check out the scene.
Been doing it for 21 years, and I've been trying to help out people that are in this path of the storm, telling them what they're looking for.
But not too long after, he realized it was his home he had to worry about.
Backyard is like a swamp. The whole backyard's underwater, and now everything slopes in one area, which happens to be by the back door, so it piles up by the back door, and I'm trying to flush it out the best I can with some pipes and stuff like that.
Mandeville says if there is just a few more inches, there is a possibility the water could get inside. He says he built more pipes into his backyard after past storms, but the massive amount of rainfall from Hurricane Sally is just proving to be too much to handle.
This one, I think, his legacy is going to be the rain, because I've lived in Bay County my entire life. I've lived in this house for the last 6 years, almost 7 years, and I've never had the flooding problem that I have now.
And if his name looks familiar, Mandeville is no stranger to TV news viewers.
Look at this from Joseph Mandeville again.
photographer in Florida had a close call with a twister. He first spotted a water spout off of Panama City. It hit land and turned into a tornado heading straight for him. He jumped in his truck and passed right over him. The twister hit a condo under construction and took out a large chunk of the roof. Thankfully, no one was injured.
Impacting the Sunshine State. Getting more stormy than sunny lately, at least near Panama City, where this massive wedge waterspout was spotted just off the coast of Panama City Beach yesterday. Intense wind gusts damaging buildings in the Panhandle City and knocking out power. In fact, a big chunk of the state still in the red zone for some strong to severe storms today. Dr. Post out here breaking it all down for us.
Alicia, we do have a chance.
The system spawning multiple dangerous nighttime tornadoes.
There goes a tornado! Right there, right in front of us!
In Panama City, Florida, this storm chaser caught outside his vehicle just as a waterspout came ashore as a powerful tornado.
She's heading towards Panama City now.
But don't expect Joseph to run. When the next storm hits and you're inside your home hunkering down, it's probably a good bet. Joseph Mandeville is outside chasing it down.